Hey guys, sorry about that. I was making a video yesterday and it cut out on me right as I was ending the video. So I will attach a little something to that video when I upload it to kind of do a recap. But anyway, it's the next day now, and I didn't want to record anymore because we were just about to our destination where we were headed yesterday, and so I figured I would just wait. But anyway, so I am actually today. I had to drop the kids off. Their bus stop is fairly near our house. We don't have to take them all the way into town to school every day. The bus comes all the way out to the area where we live, so that's kind of nice. It's still like 25 minutes from the house because we got to come down and drive down out of the mountainside / hillside where we live. But at least once we get down to the main road, it's just right there. So that's nice. That was a good thing to learn yesterday, that we don't have to drive an additional 10-15 minutes to get the kids on the bus and pick them up. They're happy to be in school. It's been a while for them to be around other kids and stuff, so that's good. So that's going to be a positive thing. And but today I'm actually I had to drop the kids off at the bus stop this morning, and I figured since I was already down on the main road that I would just run into town, because I had to fax some information in to for some medical stuff, and we don't have a phone line out where we live, so we couldn't fax even if I wanted to from the house. So I figured, well, while I'm in town, I might as well go to Home Depot, and I got the rest of the stuff that I need to build the solar array. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it exactly the way the specifications call for on the diagram that they gave me for the wind load. It's a ground mount system, and so it has poles that come off of the ground and poles that go horizontally that the racking mounts to, which once the racking's in, then you attach the panels to the racking. So yesterday I picked up the 2-inch rigid pipe, and I cleaned Home Depot out. They only had 9 sticks. I need 13 sticks to build the racking, which, if anybody knows anything about rigid steel conduit right now and prices, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I called the electrical supplier, and they quoted me almost $140 for one 10-foot stick. And that's just stupid. I actually feel like calling those people today and kind of just giving them peace of my mind. But so I ended up going through Home Depot because they were only $82 a stick, but they didn't have enough in stock. So I'm gonna have to go to another Home Depot that's a little farther away and get the others that I need, the last 4 that I need, because I'm not paying that ridiculous cost for the pipe. I mean, that's highway robbery. They're trying to that's how it works. The guys, when I lived in Washington, all the electrical suppliers around, they knew me. I was in there all the time, doing jobs, and they knew who I was and the company that I worked for and everything. So I got pretty good pricing. But even the guys that gave me good pricing, they, a couple of my good buddies, they see people walking in from off the street, Johnny Homeowner, and they're like, licking their chops because they're gonna bend you over the table to if you want to buy stuff from them and you're not a contractor. I did tell the guy that I was a contractor, and that I did a lot of business with their company at their office and around the area where I lived, and I don't think it really made much of a difference. So as far as I'm concerned, they can kiss my ass, really. So I'm not going to do business with them if that's how they want to treat people. I know the price of everything has gone up, but it hasn't gone up that much. That's ridiculous. Last year you could buy a piece of 2-inch rigid conduit for like $45, and the price at Home Depot is basically double of what it was last year, and the price at the electrical supply place that I called was more than triple. So that's uncalled for. So anyway, so I picked up the 2-inch conduit yesterday for building the rack, for building the stands that the racking goes on. And then this morning, I picked up another one of those 2,500 gallon water tanks yesterday, so I really didn't have any more room or any more straps left to carry anything else on my trailer. So this morning I picked up some stuff and just put it in my truck bed. I picked up all the sonotubes that I need for doing the posts in the ground. The manufacturer, in order to be up to code and to follow in line with their engineered specifications, depending on the snow load and the wind load and all that, you got to have the concrete columns so far deep in the ground, and they have to be a certain diameter. And so I picked up the 10-inch by 48-inch sonotubes, and I think it's a little bit overkill, but I got paid to have the concrete truck come up and pump anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the full 48 inches in the ground. I have the machine there. I'm not gonna cut the sonotubes in half, or because then they really wouldn't be big enough. So I could cut a third off of them and only make it 36 inches deep, and I may go that route, maybe, depending on how long it's going to take me to actually dig down each one of the holes. The 48 inches that is going to be required to put the tubes in the ground, but I got to have 12 feet because of the way that I'm building the solar array. I have, for every, I'll show you pictures and take a little video when I'm building it, but you can only go so far of a span between the columns, and I think it's every two panels you got to have a new column, and each one of the columns has 2 feet. So I'm going to have 6 feet on the front of the array for the front feet, and 6 feet on the back of the array for the back feet. So that's 12 columns altogether. And I think it's going to be, like I said, I think it might be a little bit of an overkill, but I'd rather go a little bit overkill than not have enough requirement for the people, because I'm going to take videos and pictures, and if I ever have a problem with the system or the array, they won't be able to come back and say, oh well, it wasn't installed right, and we're not gonna we're not gonna cover your warranty, or because you didn't do this or that right. No, that's not gonna happen. Everything's gonna be done better or to the minimum spec that they require. So they won't have a leg to stand on if they try to come back and say that it wasn't installed correctly, because it will be. But anyway, so this morning I had to grab 12 sonotubes put them in the back of my truck. And then I grabbed also, while I was there, I watched their little video for the best way to get everything level. And it actually looks like a pretty easy way to do it. Is you take two 2x4s or 2x6s or whatever, and you do like an X shape where you cross them, and you nail them together at whatever height, and you set the 2-inch rigid pole in the gap where they come together, and then you can raise it or lower it, the 2x4s, depending on how whether you need to go up a couple inches or come down a couple inches to make it nice and level. So I'm going to do that, and I figured, hey, I'm buying all these 2x4s, I might as well upgrade and go to 2x6s and do pressure treated. And when I'm done with them, I'm going to use them to rebuild the deck that's there on the house, because it's falling apart, and it needed to be redone anyway. I was planning on rebuilding the deck anyway, so I figured I gotta grab lumber for these to hold up my rack while I pour the concrete and make everything level. So I might as well get pressure treated wood, and that way I can use it, take it apart when I'm done using it for the solar array, and use the same lumber to rebuild the deck. So anyway, so I picked up 12 sonotubes, and I picked up 12 pressure treated 2x6x8 boards. So they'll come in nice and useful when the time comes to redo the deck. So I'm trying to think ahead a little bit, and not just buy stuff just to buy it and waste it. So anyway, so that's my story for today. And actually it's like 10:20. It's still kind of early. What I'm gonna do, we're picking the kids up from school today because my wife has to take me to the airport. I'm flying back to Seattle because I've got to take care of something for somebody. I got a friend and a business partner that I do jobs for. I've been working for him for a lot of years, and I told him, hey man, even though I'm moving, doesn't mean I can't help you out with your projects. He's got work all over. He does work in Oregon, California, Washington, all over the place. He's good a contact to have. I'm not going to let that one slip away per se. So I'm going to fly up there for a few days and take care of some business. I haven't worked. I mean, I've been working every day, but I haven't actually made money for a few months now, and I've been kind of draining the pond of the proceeds that I made off selling my house. But all these things popping up out of the blue and everything, it's things are going. Hold on a second here, people.
Does this road come out?
Yeah, it goes for a while, and it goes all the way under the Interstate 40.
Okay, yeah, because I was my internet went off, so I lost map.
Yeah. If you just keep driving, it'll take you all the way to Interstate 40.
All right,
and you're gonna have to drive along. You'll have to take a left and drive along the road, along the freeway, and then you'll get to the exit.
Okay.
It's probably 10 miles, maybe. Yep. So I'll edit that out. But anyway, so I haven't made I haven't made any money. I've had money just from selling my house, and I've been using that. But gonna have. I took this opportunity. The opportunity came up to go make some money, and I'm gonna go make some money. Try to refill the pond a little bit, because it's flowing out quicker than I can replace. So so I'm gonna be gone for a few days up in Washington, and so today I am going to have a little training session with my wife and walk her through all the little steps and procedures of things that she needs to do to be able to keep the house up and running while I'm gone. I haven't gotten, like I said before, I haven't gotten anything permanently installed yet. Everything's just kind of temporarily going, and we've been living off of battery power. There is a little bit of solar powering some stuff, but it's mainly battery power. So I'm gonna try to get the solar array done for my pressurized water pump today, so she doesn't have to worry about finicking with that thing, because it's really sensitive to the generator. When certain things kick on and kick off, the generator will bog down for a second or two, but the equipment is so sensitive that second or two of the voltage changing in the circuit will kick that thing into a fault code. And so I have to go and I have to reset it, unplug it, let it, turn the power off of it for, a minute or so, and replug everything back in, and it'll come back on just fine. And for me, it's no big deal, because I know what's going on. But if she's going to be there alone for a few days with the kids, and she's not going to be watching the electrical system as closely as I do, so she's probably going to be having problems with that pressure pump, which means she won't have any water pressure. So when she turns on the taps, the sink and the shower and stuff, there won't be any water coming out, which is not going to be a good situation. So I'm going to try to get the solar array temped in. I have the pole in. I got the mounts basically done. So I'm going to try to get